And one of these here, and one of these here, and there. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I got a compost station feeding into this output chest. Okay, great. So before I started this episode, I started working on a little way to tighten this up a little bit. So I had my furnaces here with an output chest sitting here. So I just put it down below it with this hopper feeding sideways and these two both feeding down. And I just made a nice little composter here next to it. And I think I'm just not going to be able to avoid villagers seeing workstations in my little base part here. So I have a feeling that this guy, once he figures out how to get below this chest, is going to become a farmer. You know, I could possibly make my actual farmer. Ooh, that's a good idea. I could actually move this guy into my base. Do you want to live in the storage room? I think you're pretty happy out here though, honestly. I like you out here. I might like you better closer though. You know, let's do that. Let's do that because that way I don't have to worry about having just an extra farmer that's kind of not doing much. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and move this guy over here. By the way, welcome to the episode. My name is MC Yoda, and this is my Longplay series, where I am just playing, actually, 1.21.6. You can see we got the Happy Gas last episode, and this is just me long playing, and this is just me playing Minecraft the way I play Minecraft. So no gimmicks. I don't mean gimmicks in a bad way, but like no gimmicks, no special restrictions or goals. This is just how I play Minecraft. So hope you enjoy your time here. So let's move. Come on, I want to get you all the way over here. I want to get you to see this one as well. I don't want you. I want you, not you. You stay. No. Get out of his way. Okay, there we go. So now let me put this table here and let's see you latch onto that. I want to see you latch onto it so we don't get an extra farmer. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Don't talk to your friend now. Go over there. Okay, he can't figure out how to get down from that. Let me show him how. Did he sparkle? Did he sparkle? Did you sparkle on that? I didn't notice. Let's go ahead and do this and replace it. There you go. Okay. That's his now. I don't have to worry about anyone else. Hold on a second. What did I just do? Hold on a second. What did I just do? Okay. You. Come sparkle. There we go. Villagers. All right, step out. Step out. There you go. No, move. Okay. Come over here. Are you going to be like a... It's like I'm leading you like you're a cat or a dog or something. There we go. Okay. And there. Okay. Perfect. Excellent. So... what I want to do this episode is I need to think about so before I get too deep into trying to build and do all those things, I like getting myself situated. So I've got some relatively minor enchantments on some diamond gear here, and you can see that that's already kind of whittling away. I have no enchantments at all on my armor yet. I don't have a ton of diamonds. I think I might have a couple left over. I got 6, so I have enough to maybe replace a tool or two. So enchanting needs 2 things. The first thing it needs is a good source of levels so that we can get, whether we're doing enchanting on a table or whether we are doing books, we need levels. And for books, for important books like especially Mending and Unbreaking and stuff, we're going to need to start turning some of these guys into librarians. But I was thinking the first order of business would be experience levels. Now, where was it? In one of the earlier episodes, I found... Okay, it's over here. Yeah, here we go. I did find a zombie spawner underground here. So if we kind of... Oh, can I do this without dying? If you scooch off the ladder a little bit and then pull back. That's always so dangerous. I've killed myself too many times trying to do that. Okay. Yeah, so I found this zombie spawner, and I can totally make an XP grinder. I'm sorry, this is skeletons? Oh, I was thinking that was zombies. This is skeletons. That's pretty nice. But I was thinking I could make a XP grinder out of this, and of course I would also then get skeleton bones and arrows and stuff. But as far as needing a lot of XP, they're slow. That is, although it's reliable and it's easy to make, it's just a slow source of experience. So, oh gosh, I think I'm going to have to build the big ugly XP farm in the sky. And I call them that because they're big and they're ugly and I hate seeing them. But they're just so incredibly useful. They're easy to make. They're really reliable. They get you experience pretty quick. And they get you all kinds of mob drops. They get you gunpowder. They get you skeleton drops. They get you creeper drops. So they get you gunpowder, bones, arrows, bows. You can make dispensers out of bows. So it really does give you a lot of good things. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do that this episode. So let's go ahead and put this stuff with music discs. I guess that would just be random stuff. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the question is, what am I going to make this out of? Because I need a lot of blocks to make this. Let's see. It's almost time to sleep. So I have a good amount of cobblestone, so I could just make it big ugly cobblestone, right? Because it's a big ugly thing that we don't want to have, that we're never really, I mean, we're going to look at it when we're using it, but we're going to put it in a place where we don't have to look at it from afar. So it almost doesn't matter what it's made out of, but it matters, you know? It's like it doesn't matter, but it matters. I could make it out of big ugly cobblestone. That really is the resource that we have the most of. But I was also thinking I could just change it up a little bit and make it out of wood. Like that might be kind of cool. You think that's cool, buddy? Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and harvest a couple jungle trees. And we're going to make a jungle wood mob grinder. Jungle wood big ugly mob grinder in the sky. That's what we're going to do this episode. So we're going to have to grind a little bit for resources here. Oh gosh, you know what I'm going to need? Wool. I need wool. I probably don't have much yet. No. Okay, so I'm gonna have to run around and shear some sheep. Oh my gosh. Wow. Shear some sheep. Okay. So let me do that. I'll make a couple of runs around here. I'll shear, and then I'll go harvest a tree or two, and then I'll shear, and we'll do another tree or two. So what? Oh, I thought there were sheep over here. They're somewhere. There was a few sheep that got inside the walls here. So I just have to find those. And then I can let's see. Where are they? Are they over? They must be on this side then. For some reason I thought they were on the other side. Maybe the other side is where there were some sheep that I tried to get that missed. Okay, so this one here. Now, I'm not going to need a ton of wool. I mean, I'm going to need a decent amount. But not a ton because, 2 wools do make 3 carpets. And I need like 9 times 4 times 2. 9 times 4 times 2. 9 times 4 times 2 is 9 times 6, which is 54. So I'm going to need almost a stack of carpet. which means 2/3 of a stack of wool, about that, something like that. Is that seriously the only sheep that's inside the walls? Is this one over here? I thought I had multiples. Okay, see, I don't have any sheep farming going on yet. Okay. Well, if we're gonna have to do a back and forth for that sheep, it might as well just go ahead and harvest our jungle trees out here. Okay. There we go. And boom. So usually with these things, you can often find some vines that get relatively high up. So this might be a good one to try. We might have to knock this one out of the way. So we gotta scoot over. So you can usually get pretty close to the top using vines. Sometimes you kind of have to find the right side or get some weird angles. But you can get up to the top here, and then cutting it down is a lot easier than trying to do the stair-stepping up. Oh my gosh, I'm already thinking about how not fast this axe is. I'm going to go through this axe. You know what? I'm 30 levels. I'll tell you what, after we get down this tree, I'm going to go ahead and get 3 diamonds out of the chest and make a brand new axe and see if we can get a good 30 level axe with maybe efficiency and unbreaking on it. That would be pretty awesome. And then that way some of this tree harvesting can go a little bit faster and we can get moving on this. So now as far as where I'm going to build this farm, like I said, they're big and they're ugly, and I don't like seeing them from like my base, right? So I don't want to put it anywhere where I'm really going to see it from where I'm usually playing. I'd rather put it somewhere where I just have to go travel to it. And they're much easier or more efficient to build if they're over the water, just because of you don't have to worry about height variance in the land and then possible spawning areas and things like that. So you just do it over the ocean so you know that there's nothing out there that can spawn below you. But what we would do is we would try to maybe pick a part of the ocean out here that we're not going to be around very much, you know? And then what we'll do is we'll kind of pick a spot, like say maybe out here or wherever, and build it in the ocean there, but then we'll build a tunnel to it in the nether so that traveling to it is relatively quick. And I think that's how we're gonna have to go about doing it. All right, let's go ahead and make a diamond axe. We'll get half of our diamonds here. Yeah, see, because this thing is, I don't like having all these extra axes, but I feel like I really want efficiency for this. I saw, yeah, here. I could combine those and get the health up a little bit. You know what? I'm just gonna make a new one. I'm gonna do it. There are more diamonds where these came from. Okay, and then maybe those 2 axes, I can combine them and then make one into a silk touch and one into a fortune. All right, let's see what we're going to get. Efficiency 4. Fantastic. And I'm going to hope that that's going to come with some unbreaking on it. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Nice. Fantastic. I clicked the wrong one. There we go. All right, now let's go ahead and harvest a few more trees. Another thing I could do over here is bring some scaffolding, because if you get to a point where yeah, that should get us there, because sometimes you will get a tree where just like there is just no way to get the... See, now whenever the vines do this, that makes it a little bit hard because you kind of have to go to the top of it. and then kind of scoot, but it's hard to. It's harder than when they're connected. It's doable, but it's more difficult to maneuver. There we go. Oh, much faster. Okay, yeah. So we're going to be able to plow through a few trees really quick with this. Yeah. So I think ultimately this is going to be a much easier, because every one of these blocks is going to turn into 4 slabs, which is going to turn into like 8 planks. I'm sorry. Each one of these turns into 4 planks, which can be 8 slabs. So we can really get a lot of material to build this thing out of pretty easily with this jungle wood. All right, sheep, you need to start eating some grass. You need to grow some wool. Wow. Yeah, see this one, there's no way up. This one, yep. Okay, so this side is where we'll go. See, it's tricky. There we go. Perfect. I do like that I have the fast leaf decay on here. Oh, if you'll notice, you don't see any fog effect. So I really didn't like the new 1.26 fog, the way it made everything, even stuff relatively close, just look very pale and washed out. So I did go ahead and get the, I got a, one of the Vanilla Tweaks resource packs. Oops, I didn't think it would do that. One of the Vanilla Tweaks resource packs is just called No Fog. It just removes all the fog, so it's like, well, that's weird. I still have some out there. Okay, this this setup also has other mods on it, so maybe that's why I have some distant fog. But it looks like that No Fog did remove all of this this fog that was making it look pale and washed out. So I broke down and got that because I really felt, okay, this sheep is not eating. I really felt that made the game look bad. The everything was so washed out. But anyway, so see, now this one I can't get up. You know what? Maybe I can just can you bone meal? No, you can't. Say maybe I can just hop up here and get onto it, and then there we go. There we go. All right. See, I'll find a way around it. Okay, let's just do this one tree, and then we'll go ahead and find a spot to start building this, and we'll get the construction started. And if we need more materials, we can always come back and get more. Definitely gonna need more wool, so maybe I might run around here and shear a few more sheep before we get going, because I'm gonna need I estimate I'm gonna need 2 stacks of carpet. Right, well I said 9x4x6 is 54, which is about a stack, but I'm doing 2 layers, which I'll discuss why when we're building it. So I'm probably gonna need more like 2 stacks of wool, and I'm gonna need, I think, like I made some notes. No, it's 9 times. It's just 9 times 4. Yeah, 9 times 4 times 2. What did I say before? I don't know what I said before. I need 9 times 4 times 2. So that's a little over a stack of carpet. Okay, I was right. I'm going to need about 2 stacks of trapdoors, but I'll just make trapdoors out of the jungle wood. Now, trapdoors are really expensive, so I'm going to need a lot of wood just for that. But that's okay. You know what, we'll go ahead and cut down this one more that's over here, and then we'll replant these. I don't need to worry about sleeping. This is spawn protected out here. But you guys kind of want to see, so I should sleep at least just so that it's not dark for everybody. Oops. Okay, give me some space. There we go. Sleeping in a tree. Very nice. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so I have a feeling that we'll just deal with like we'll see how far along we get. Maybe next episode we start messing with villagers, like librarians. And it's kind of one of those things where you kind of want to just get the first few important ones. You want to get mending, you want to get unbreaking, because that goes on everything. You kind of want to get protection, because that goes on 4 different things. I personally always want to get silk touch and fortune very, very early on, because I use silk touch like as my standard tools. But then I like having a fortune to, of course, break down the ore blocks and stuff. And everything else after that is just the grind. But it's like, I know, like, I'm the kind of person who, like, once I start doing the villagers, I just do them. And I just spend a ton of time cranking through them all. I might try to pace myself a little bit and just, like, get a couple of the important ones and then take a break from it and then come back later and get more. So I might pace myself with those a little bit. We're going to need so much more wool. Well, let's see. 10 wool. 10 wool makes 15 carpet. And we need a little bit more than a stack. Yeah. Okay. I'll keep the shears on me. All right, so let's decide where we want to make this farm. So let's look at our map again. So anywhere is fine as long as I think it's far enough that I won't be building a part of our base near it. So maybe up in here, because I probably won't be building a base around the swamps. So we'll just kind of go like in the middle of this ocean. I know there's a little monument there. That won't bother us once we're doing things. So we'll just kind of say that we'll kind of aim for this. What are the coordinates here? So we'll say about -300 and about -800. Okay, so -300, -800. So I'm going to write that down. -300, -800. Okay? So now in the nether, right, we divide those coordinates by 8. So the second coordinate would be -100, and the first coordinate would be 300 divided by 8. So 30. Okay, I'm doing long division almost in my head on a piece of paper. Okay, so 3 times 8 is 24, so that's 6 left over. So 8 times. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm just gonna open up a calculator on my phone. I'm so embarrassed. Oh my gosh. But you know what? It's been decades since I've been in elementary school. 300 divided by 8. 37 and a half. I would have gotten there eventually. So we'll say -38. So our nether coordinates should be probably not too terribly far away from where we're at already. Now to do all that, we're going to need more obsidian. So let's go ahead and work on collecting some of that obsidian now, because I need to get this portal link through going before we get too far with this. And you know what? I need one. I don't need it. Hold on, let me go back and look at that map. 300, 800, somewhere right around here. Doesn't look like there might not be kelp up at the surface. That's a fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll say I like to bring a lily pad. That's the easiest way to get a block on the top of the water. But I don't have a lily pad. But Let's look again. There's a swamp full of lily pads right here. So we'll just go get a lily pad while we're out there. Yeah, that'll be fine. So the first thing I want to do is get some obsidian so I can build the portal and have it ready for when we need to do it. So let's go ahead and get a bucket of water. And we need to find a lava source and get ourselves some obsidian. First, let's take another swing by the sheep. Slowly but surely. Oh, thanks for eating twice. Thank you very much. That was very helpful. Let's see if there's a surface lava. I think we were looking for this before and we couldn't find it, didn't we? Yeah, we had to just go down into the cave and get lava. All right, let's do that. We'll go down into the cave. Oh, there's our sec. I knew we had another sheep inside of our... Well, he's kind of not really inside the walls. He is sort of. I knew we had another one. One. You have to do better than that, man. Okay. All right, so we need to get down and then get down to our spot where we were getting our obsidian last time. Which, if I recall, it was down... It was like we were going towards our... Yeah, we kind of went down this way. And it was way down here. And we went down here, but then there was like a shallow lava lake, right? I'm taking a lot of damage hopping down. There we go. Here's our lava lake. All right. I'm going to get enough obsidian for 2 portals. Because I'm going to have to build one. I'm going to build one first in the overworld. Let's get our water down. There we go. I'll build one first in the overworld and have it built and lit, but I'm not going to go through it yet. And then what I'll do is I'll go into the nether at the correct coordinates, build one there, light it, and come through, and then they should join up at that point. Of course, that's going to happen after we've kind of already built the platform and everything. But, yeah, I'll need 2. 2 portals worth here. Well, this is interesting because, well, today is 4th of July. I'm recording this on 4th of July, so happy Independence Day to all Americans who are watching. And I kind of figured, so usually what I've been doing with these is I've been recording them on Friday evenings after work. And then, of course, putting it out on Saturday. And I was like, this evening I'm going to be, like, eating ribs and, and watermelon and maybe... Well, listening to people lighting off fireworks because I don't think I'm going to go. My town has a beautiful little park and it's very close to my house. It's probably only a mile from my house as far, But it gets packed, like so many people, and it's just hard to deal with. And I can hear those fireworks from my house. But I can't see them because of, trees and how neighbors' houses and tree lines and stuff. I can't actually see the fireworks from here, but I will hear them when they're going off. So that'll be my fireworks for 4th of July, is just listening to them. But I figured, I have this morning, didn't have a whole lot going on this morning, so I figured, let me go ahead and take some time this morning and record this episode and get some of this gameplay done, and then that way I can free myself up for this evening and just enjoy the Independence Day things here. So that'll be fun. 21. I like to make my portals 3 wide, 3 tall, so I need 12 each. So I need just a couple more. We're almost done with this. Alright, I think that's all we need. So let's go ahead and retrieve our bucket of water. Alright, let's see if we can remember how to get back this time. I think it was this one. Yep, okay. Alright, it's almost time to sleep, I see, on the little clock in the right-hand corner. So I'll probably have to sleep before I get all the way to the surface. Well, no, no, yeah, this is outside the wall where it's not lit. Let me get some of this lapis since we just used some. Okay. Crazy horse. There we go. Okay. I do like that these have that sound too. That's awesome. So fireflies are an interesting thing. I feel like you don't really see them much anymore. When I was a kid, they were like everywhere. I mean, we'd run around and catch them by the handfuls, you know, put them in jars. I mean, not by the handful. We weren't catching that many of them. But, you know, you'd run around and chase them around and you'd catch them and you put them in a little jar and poke little holes in the jar so they can breathe. We used to do that as kids. But it seems like you don't really see too many fireflies much anymore. It's a bit of a shame, but, you know, the world changes. I'm sure there's places where they're still very plentiful, but it's not really the places I'm usually around. I also think whenever I was a kid, my family and my, you know, relatives and stuff, I think we just lived in more away from away from civilization. I mean, you know, we didn't live in bigger towns and cities, right? We lived in smaller places that were more open space. I mean, I wouldn't say rural to the point where like I didn't live on a farm or anything, but it was definitely not it was like a small town outside of a small city and a lot of just, you know, open land and woods and large yards and everything and creeks. And so I think probably just a lot more bugs. A lot more, you know, natural area for bugs to proliferate in. So that could be one thing. That could just be yeah. Anyway. It could be more than just terrible things happening to our climate that's causing it. It could just be confirmation bias, and I live in more populated areas now where there's less open space for those things to occur. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at taking a trip to the swamp. Let's take a trip to the swamp. What am I going to need to start this? I'm going to need scaffolding. I don't need scaffolding. Where would scaffolding be? In the bamboo. No, that's not bamboo. It's bamboo. Oh gosh, how much? We probably don't have a whole lot of string, do we? No. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pillar up with something like dirt blocks. But then once I get the portal set up, I'm going to tear this down because I'm not going to need this tower of dirt. Like, I'm not going to be accessing this farm from the bottom. I'm going to be accessing it through a portal. So I only need the tower to get it started. Why don't I grab another tree's worth of wood before we head out? Since this big tall thing just grew here. Can I get up there? I can get pretty far. Oh, there we go. One more tree. I swear this is the last tree for now, and then we're going to go out and we're going to get on the water and we're going to find our spot and we're going to start building. It's just a really tall one. This is a lot of wood. Okay. Now I'm trying to think, is there any detriment to building this out of wood? Is there something where I'm going to realize after the fact, like, oh, that was a huge mistake? One problem is if I have any issues with creepers, they'll do a lot more damage to wood than they would if it was out of stone. That's one problem that I could face. Everything else I'm not really seeing. I should probably bring a couple hoppers with me just so I can kind of get that base, kind of that base structure kind of going there. What else am I going to need to bring? Maybe I should just make like the killing chamber stone, just because like if you're like whacking away with a sword and not paying attention. Well, I typically don't just sit there and lean on the button, right? Oh, come on. I missed a spot. I also need 2 more saplings. I was going to say, if you're just sitting there swinging away with your sword, you could accidentally punch out the wood of the back of the killing chamber. But I don't really do it that way. I swing with the sword. I don't just lean on it. So that might not be an issue. But I should probably consider... Well, I only got 2 saplings off of that tree. Where's my jungle wood? Let me get 2 more saplings. Okay, let me plant this, and then I will seriously get moving. There we go. There we go. Okay, no more trees for now. So let's go ahead and make a couple of hoppers. How much iron do we have? We still have a decent amount. That's another thing we're going to have to do is make an iron farm. And we're going to figure out how to do that to where like this quote village doesn't conflict with the iron farm village. We'll see how much time we have today. After getting... I have a feeling that this what we're doing right now is going to take us quite a while. Okay, and then I probably just need the 2 double... Okay, I'll just bring that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's grab our boat and get sailing. Okay, no more dilly-dallying. Okay, I'm just making sure we have everything we need. That's really all I need. Just to get up and down while we're building this thing, probably some ladders. I can craft ladders. I can craft ladders out of... I'm bringing a pile of wood with me. Okay. So we're looking to go to about 300, 800. So we're going about here. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do a temporary waypoint. There we go. And this is, hold on a second. Let's see. Options. Keybinds. So I need to be able to turn these waypoints on and off really quick. So if I go here, I like to do toggle. Let's see. Switch waypoint set. Well, there's 2 things. There's the on map way. Oh yeah. Oh, it is. I already have it mapped. Okay. That turns it on. There we go. Perfect. So that way I can just kind of like sail towards that and not think too much about how we have to navigate. I'll keep my eye out for some sheeps along the way so I can, like, say, hop out of the boat real quick and grab some few extra wools. We will have to do a sheep farm as well. We need an everything farm. Just gotta farm all the things. Really, that many sheep and I only got... Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. So thinking sheep farms, right? There's two ways to do it, right? If you just want wool as a raw material like we need now, it doesn't matter what color it is or anything. You can just do just a sheep farm with a handful of sheep and a thing that's shearing them. I got this really great. So my friend, Hey It's Emmy, previously Emmy Tater, which I love that name. But Hey It's Emmy is her name. If you like, she's just an incredible Minecraft content creator. She's just really fun. Anyway, she makes a sheep farm that she calls the I forget what she calls it, but it's like the humane the humane sheep farm. So rather than being in like enclosed little 1x1 pens, they kind of free roam in an area, and then whenever hey, have we looked at this boat yet? We probably have, but let's take a look and see. But yeah, they're a little bit more free roaming, and they're in a pen. And then whenever any of them eat, the sound actually triggers. Okay, yeah, we've been here. She uses like skulk sensors, and when the sound of them eating triggers like a bunch of dispensers that are above them with shears to just shear. So all the sheep, they all get sheared at like once, and it's really cool. I could build some. I used that idea to do something in my no crafting world, which it's effective. It's pretty effective with getting a decent number of wool. So that's where we need to build. So the swamp was over here. So let's get our. That was not a very long trip. I sure hope we can't see this from home. I don't think we can. Oh, that's the zombie spawner is marked. Wait a minute, zombie. Maybe see, I thought that was a zombie spawner, but it looked like skeletons when we were down there just now. So maybe I mistakenly labeled it as a zombie spawner last time. Or maybe it changed. Maybe 1.21.6 changed it to a skeleton spawner. I'm thinking that probably isn't what happened. Okay. But the other way to do a sheep farm, of course, would be, you know, the individual colored sheeps, all of them in their own little pen, and then they all, like, when the individual sheep eats, it triggers an observer to go shear that individual sheep. Oh, we're close to those zappy fish, aren't we? We sure are. We're going to have to get up pretty quickly. Okay, I don't have to be too precise on where we place this, because really this location is where the portal's going to be, not necessarily the center of our thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put... Let me get this out. Get out of my boat. There we go. So what I like to do is I like to put a lily pad on the top of the water. You can come up underneath it and place a block. Of course, it pops the lily pad. It's no longer on water. And now you got a spot that you can build from right here in the ocean. Isn't that cool? Pretty simple. If you're in a spot where there's kelp that comes up to the surface, oh no, you. Okay, you. And one more. Okay. Wow, you got me, didn't you? There we go. Okay, can I sleep? There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. So now we want to go 2 stacks of dirt high. that means that the surface of this water will be outside of our spawn range. Because mobs despawn when they're 128 blocks away from you. So if you go up 128 blocks, then the only place mobs will be able to spawn and stay spawned is in our mob farm. You know what? Let me turn off these waypoints. I don't need them anymore. In fact, I don't know why that temporary one was still around. Usually they go away. Whatever. I'll deal with it later. Doesn't matter. All right, that's one stack, and then we'll go a second stack. I mean, we technically don't have to go quite this high, but I'm just like, I keep even the surface of the ocean out of it. It's like some people only go up like 100 or so blocks, like 100 blocks. But you know, we got that thing nearby, right? So we could get zappy fish spawning. We could get something spawning in the water that might prevent spawn rates. So there's really no reason not to go the full 128. Like, there's just no reason not to. Like, the build height limit is so high that we won't hit it. So we'll be good to go. All right. So now on top of this, I'm going to start building my platform. So let's go ahead and get some planks. Boop. Oh, this is going to be... You know what? Let me go down one more. Let me go down one more. So when we're at least standing still, our head isn't in the clouds. Okay, this will be our base. Okay. All right, so let's start building this thing. I'll take out that dirt pillar later. I mean, I could just leave it. It doesn't really matter. But I think it's kind of ugly. So I'll probably remove it eventually. So we want the portal to be at... Let's get the portal placed first so that we can start designing things based on that. Wow, I was really off-centered from this coordinate, wasn't I? The exact coordinate really doesn't matter. We could go 808. I mean, it really doesn't matter. As long as I get the nether coordinates the same. Okay, this is fine. This will be where our portal is. Okay. So let's go ahead and start putting that in place. I don't need the zombie flesh. I technically don't... Nah, I'm not going to start throwing everything because I got a chest. I can put stuff in a chest. All right, so let's go ahead and start our portal. So we need 3 blocks there. We'll go ahead and put temporary there. Put temporary there. Okay. Because this we can kind of just have like a little wall coming out so we won't even see that those are missing. Okay, great. Let's build a little thingy on the back so when we do come through the portal, there's only one way to get out of it. So we'll do that. Okay, so 3, 2, 3. Let's go 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Now we will see this top part, but we'll still put a temporary up here because why waste the obsidian if we don't have to? Okay. Let's go ahead and get some lights up here. There's our portal. Perfect. So let's think about how we want this little platform. So we come out of our portal and we can kind of go down a little bit of a thingy here. We come through. Now we're going to want, obviously, the mob grinder. I mean, it can just be like right here, right? Like, it doesn't have to be that far from the portal. We don't want to listen to the portal, but I do have the resource pack that makes the portals quiet. So, I'll tell you what. Let's just go a few more just to get ourselves a little bit away from that. Whoops, that was a mistake. Okay. All right. So now this is where our actual mob farm will be. So how do we want this set up? Do I want to stand? Do I want to stand on the... You know what I forgot to bring? That's okay. That's a final thing. Let's see. So where I'm going to stand... Holy cow, there's a very crucial detail here that I'm forgetting. So the chest that the hoppers feed into, let's just go to like that. There we go. We're going to start making this bit out here wider because we're going to have stuff like storage chests, and we're going to have an enchanting table and all that stuff. So we need plenty of space out here. Okay. So you're going to have the chests. The chest that's collecting the materials, right? Probably you're gonna have... Oh, wait a minute, no, because you can kind of... hold on a second. So you're gonna have like chest. Try not to fall off the edge. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then you're gonna have... Hold on a second. So you're going to have the hoppers feeding into it, but it's going to be like hopper, 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 right? So that's... But then you're going to stand up here to kill the mobs. Is it okay that you're standing on the chest? I feel like you're not normally standing on the chests. Oh my gosh. There's a detail here that I'm missing. Because even if the chest was at your feet, right? So you'd be coming at it like this, right? So here you're going to have like your little... You're going to have a slab on there, and you're going to have the things there. Are you really attacking them? Is there really normally a chest there? No. Okay. All right. I think you can do this because the hoppers let you reach the chest, right? So you can do that, and you can get right up in here, and you can still access the chest. Okay, so that's how it's going to be. Okay. Whew. Boy, I was just really not sure about the design for a second there. So it's pretty crucial that you build this collection area first, because if you goof it up, then suddenly like it doesn't line up with your platform and all of that. So you kind of have to have things kind of correct right off the bat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say you're going to step in to it, right? So you kind of come around and then you go, boop, now I'm going to be killing mobs. Okay, so let's go ahead and... I do have a bucket of water, don't I? Yeah. I'm kind of want to... Okay, so now this is always fun stuff. How do you put a block under another block? Very carefully. Oh, wasn't expecting that. That was silly. Okay. Woo, should have just placed one. Okay. Sorry if anybody was relaxing and I just woke you up there. Sorry about that. I almost goofed. Okay, so I don't like seeing... I want there to be something solid underneath the chests. So we're putting something solid underneath the chests. There we go. Put it temporary there. We'll go ahead. Do we need to fill that out? Might as well. Okay, there we go. So now we'll put our chests. Oops, I had them already in my hotbar. Put chest there, and there, and there, and there. Okay, so those are our collection chests. So the hoppers will go into that. Okay, okay. We're going to surround this. Now this is the point where we don't need these back corners. I'm going to lose this amount of wood, but that's okay. I don't care about losing 4. But I just want to make sure that... Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Because we'll never see the back side of it, but we will see the front side of it. Right? So now, let's go ahead and make a crafting table. One thing that's good about using just wood is you can just craft stuff like crafting tables immediately. Let's make some slabs. We're going to need plenty of slabs eventually, but right now we'll just make a few. Let's just put a chest over here for now, and we can sleep. Oh, this distance, though. There's a distance where you need to be from the mobs to be able to sleep, but I'm not too worried about that. If I need to have a bed a certain distance away, then we can deal with that later. Okay, so the slabs that we just made, those go here. So the mobs fall down and they, boom, on that. And then let's go ahead and get some of this stuff out of our inventory that we don't need. I'll take the bucket of water. I don't know why I would need it, but you know what I could do with this bucket of water? I can do that. And I can go ahead and get rid of this dirt pile now. Where's the dirt? It's right there. Okay. All right, let's get rid of the dirt. I was thinking I would have to get rid of the dirt and then like boat all the way back home, but right there, there's the solution to get back up. I often forget about how useful doing something like that, like a temporary column of water, can be in certain situations. Like when I was saying, like I'm going to need to make a bunch of ladders, and I was thinking it would be to go up the to go up and down while I'm constructing this thing, but like I could always just put a water column that does the same thing. Okay. Now let's go back up. Now if we kind of do it to where we're still breathing, there we go. And we can even eat while we're swimming. They say not to swim while you eat, or right after you eat or something. I think that's a wives' tale or whatever. I think that's just a thing that people say to keep the kids out of the pool for a little while. Because I don't think there was never a moment where it's like we would go back to swimming and be like, oh gosh, we didn't wait long enough and now we all have cramps. Like that's never happened. Never happened to us. So you heard it from me here now, right here and now, kids. Go ahead and swim after eating. It's probably not going to hurt you. Oh man. Okay. See, I'm going to get in trouble from someone for that. Let's keep one stack of dirt just so we have some temporary blocks if we know. Well, we got wood for whatever. It's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and start building up this tower now. So first we have to think about what our little chamber here is going to look like. And we could even say maybe make our little front out of logs. Sure. Why not? I think that's kind of cool. Now I have to get in there. There we go. Okay. And then this can all still just be like this. So, okay. So I'm trying to think. So we're going to come in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to have like a bit of a thing here, right? And then what I like to do is put 2 trapdoors there. So when you're standing here attacking them, you don't risk like squatting down and looking at their eyes and having a creeper explode. You really get like a very small. And then one thing I like to do, and I didn't bring any iron with me, I like to put 2 iron bars here because it keeps you at about here when you push forward. So then even when you do this, like you're pretty much not going to see like a creeper's face. Yeah. So I almost feel like those should be logs too, just to complete that. Let's get our little dirt thing here. Okay. Sure. There we go. Okay, so now we just have to start building this thing. So it's got to be, I think, 22 from the floor. It goes, I think, 22 up. Because they're going to take damage. There's very specific math you can do where the mobs will be left at exactly one hit point and you can punch them. But in reality, I'm going to be up here with a looting sword with sweeping edge and everything eventually, so it really doesn't matter if they're at 1 hit point or 2 hit points or 3 hit points. So if I just go up 22 blocks from here, that should be fine. So we'll consider this one 1. Right, because that's a half, which counts as 1. So that's actually 1, 2. There we go. We'll go 3. 4. Okay, so we're just going to do this. 5. 6. And 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. I do have a bucket of water, yeah. And 12. 13. 14. Oh, you know what? I'm also going to need 15. A second bucket. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. Okay. And then this is where our farm's going to start. So it's going to branch off this way. Right, so this goes out from here then. Let's see. So from here it either goes 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Because you're going to put water source and then it's going to so source and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of flow, and then it stops there and dumps the mobs down. Yep, perfect. Okay, so let me. I don't need a second bucket. I just need to be smart. So why don't I do this real quick here? Let me put a bucket here for the moment. Okay, that's going to spill both ways. That's fine for now. But what that's going to let me do is... I almost hit that platform on the way down. Oh, hey, dolphins. We're swimming with the dolphins. We can go ahead and get ourselves some water now. And wait for our way back up to show up. And there we go. Perfect. So that gives us a second water source, and we can go ahead and make a temporary infinite water pool up here. And then that'll be our water that we need for the farm. We're going to have to keep going up and down to refill it. Or not. No, because even on the next level, like, you just make another temporary... Yeah, we'll be good. We will be good to go. Alright, so let's get back up here on the platform. I don't want to flow off the platform. Okay, let's make a temporary spot here where we can make an infinite water pool. Oops, that's not going to do it. That'll do it. Okay, so there's one source. Okay, I can do this. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to still want this one up here. Let's go down and get another one. Say hi to the dolphins again. Hello, dolphins. Oh, is this the right one to be going up? I think I might be going up this one here. We don't have very many torches up there. Let's sleep before we go up. Let me just get down here. You can sleep under the water if you're... There we go. Oh, okay. Last thing I needed to go up this water stream and see a creeper waiting for us. Which, it's possible it was dark enough just then for that to happen. Oh, I don't need that. Which one are we going up? We'll go up this one here. Oops. There we go. Let's hope for no creepers. A creeper would be a bad thing. You know, I am going to have to boat home eventually because I'm going to need to not get home through the nether yet. Okay, get out of that cloud. Okay, so the whole reason I went down there was for this bucket of water so I can make the infinite water pool here. Oops, I'll put it on this corner. There we go. Now I can swim up here. And collect this one. See, I was thinking I could come up here and collect it and then go create the infinite water pool, but then I wouldn't have a way back up. So, alright. So now let's get back to building this thing. Oh, we need planks. Okay, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, need more planks. Okay. Sounds like the neighborhood's waking up. I'm starting to hear some cars moving around out there, so apologize if you hear some of those. So that's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sure there's a lot of people off work today who are going to be enjoying the holiday. Okay, so now we need to we go up 2, and now we need to make our 2-high wall around this whole thing. Okay, so for those of you who have not built this before or have not seen one of these before, what I'm building right now are channels where the water is going to be. Oops, that one was wrongly placed. So the mobs are going to spawn at the level where I'm standing, and then they're going to fall down into a little stream of water, which is going to push them down that hole. So that's why I'm building these little channels right now. This is a bit of a tedious build just because of the size, but it's It's not a difficult build at all. And there's 101 tutorials on how to do this. This is a pretty basic mob farm that people have been making for many, many years. So there's tons and tons of resources out there on how to do this type of farm. And there's all kinds of little variants on it and everything, and tweaks and stuff that people do. So yeah, tons of resources out there if you want to build one of these yourself. There we go. Okay. Okay, almost done with this part right here. Okay, let's move on to the next part. So now these were temporary blocks so that I could place those, so I can remove it. I'm going to put some temporary something here so I can walk over that and not fall down that hole myself. Because you know I will. Okay, I'm just going to put a little temporary thing here that we can use to jump up here. So now I essentially need to turn this into a platform. Well, the first thing we need to do is the trapdoors. Well, it's not the first thing we need to do. I think the platform is more important. So let's go ahead and start that. Let's put a crafting table down here for now. And we're going to need tons of slabs. Because this, hold on a second. So this floor is going to be slabs, but then the next one will be planks, but then the next one will be slabs. So let's not go overboard on the slabs at the moment. We can always craft more if we need them. Let's just start there. Okay. And I'm just doing slabs here because they don't need to be full planks, and my materials go longer if I make them slabs. So, I mean, I use less material if I make slabs. It's the only reason I'm using slabs at this part right here. Okay. Okay. So now when we get the carpets, you know what? I want to show you the deal with the carpets. Just where's my... Okay, I just want to make a way down with the bucket. We'll do it, oh, it's going to go both sides, isn't it? That's okay. That's fine. Okay. So for the carpets, let me show you what the deal is with those. Oh my gosh, I'm going to need so much more wool. So the thing with the carpets is the purpose of the carpets is going to be to prevent spiders from spawning. So this is going to be a spawning platform where mobs will spawn, and there's going to be one here, there, and there, right? There's going to be a ceiling, and then there's going to be another floor above us. But this means that every mob here can spawn. Now, because the ceiling of this is only going to be too high, Endermen will not spawn, right? But we also don't want spiders. And the main reason why we don't want spiders is because spiders climb walls, and they'll just hang out up here and gum up the works and just prevent other mobs from falling down. So we don't want spiders. So what we do is we put carpets here, because spiders need a 3x3 space of squares to spawn in, and this right here breaks it up enough that there's no good place for a spider to spawn. Okay? So that right there will stop the spiders from spawning. So then we're only going to get creepers, skeletons, zombies, and like witches. That should be all that spawns in here. Okay? And that's what we need the carpets for. So we need 9 times 4, right? Times 2. 9 times 4 for 1 level, and then 2 because we're making 2 levels. Okay, so that's what that's for. So if you're not aware, that is what those are for. So now we're going to go, we're basically going to make a 2-high wall around this thing. Okay. Okay, and then this goes 2 high. Okay, and now imagine there's going to be a ceiling above this, right? So we're going to have a, at this level, there's going to be a ceiling, right? So this is why Endermen can't spawn, and then this carpet is why spiders can't spawn. So that's how we're going to finish building this thing out. So let's go ahead and start on the other side. And now we just got to do this 3 more times. Sounds like a lot, but it goes relatively quickly once you kind of get the groove. Another thing is all of this is spawnable, so we need to light this up as we're doing this. And there's probably spawnable squares on the platform below us, so I need to be aware to pay attention to before I just jump down there for anything. Okay. Now, as far as why I'm making this 2 levels, you can do this with 1 single level like this, and then just make that roof bottom slab so that the top is not spawnable, and then be done with it. In fact, plenty of people do that, and some people make them 2 or 3 or even 4 levels high, just to get more mobs. But one thing to consider with that is, number one, you don't want the spawning platforms to be too far away from where you're standing, because if you go too far away, the mobs will spawn, but they'll just stand there idly. They won't move around. You need them to move around so that they'll fall down into these water trenches. So that's one reason why you don't want to make it. You don't want to make it like 5 or 6 layers high. But I was watching someone's video, and he was talking about the spawning mechanics or whatever, and he had this style of farm, and he did it 2 layers, and he actually made justification at the end, which made a lot of sense to me. So basically, he did the math, all right? I'm assuming through actual like experimenting. I don't know how he got the numbers, but like everything on the internet, I saw it on the internet, so I can believe that it's true. So it's now a fact in my head. He said basically to get to 30 levels with this mob farm. Now, granted, this could change because there's different mobs coming down and everything and whatever. He said to get to 30 levels, it took about 15 minutes or like 14 minutes and whatever, 40 seconds or something. Roughly 15 minutes to get to 30 levels with 1 layer. Okay? Sorry, my eye's a little itchy. I'm not sure if these new glasses are right, because I feel like I'm getting more eye strain with these new glasses. Anyway, that's something for another day. So he said that so 1 layer, he was get to level 30 in about 15 minutes. And then whenever he did it 2 layers, he would get to level 30 in about 7.5 minutes. So it hold on, I want this to go all the way to the end because this is going to end up connecting to the next level as well. There we go. Okay. So basically with 2 layers it basically halved the time that it took to get to 30 levels, right? So twice as good. Perfect. So 2 levels. So went from 15 minutes to 7.5 minutes, going from 1 level to 2. But then the next thing was going to 3 levels. It only went from 7.5 minutes to about 6 minutes and 45 seconds. So the difference between 1 level and 2 levels was like half the amount of time. The addition of a 3rd level only reduced it by like a minute. So a much smaller percentage. So I kind of took that conclusion to mean that really you're best to just do 2 levels, because doing any more levels from that, you're just going to be using time and resources to build it, and you're not going to get that much of a gain out of it. I mean, you will get some gain, so if you got the time to do it, but that's why I'm doing 2 levels. So I said I needed 2 stacks of trapdoors, 1 stack of trapdoors for each level. So let's go ahead. See, look at how expensive trapdoors are. That's just no need for that. Trapdoors don't need to be that expensive. Okay. So the trapdoors go here. Again, if you're unfamiliar with this type of farm, I'll tell you why in just a second. So when a mob wants to move around, say I'm a zombie, and I see that block over there, and I'm like, I want to go there, and then I kind of go here and be like, I can't get there, and I just stand here staring at the square I want to go to. Now, if I'm here and I say, oh, I want to go over there, I just walk across, and I'm like, yay, I got here. Okay. Now, that's because you can walk across trapdoors. Now, if these are open, I can't walk across it. The zombie can't walk across it, but the zombie just sees it as a trapdoor and doesn't understand that they're open. They just see. So the zombie goes, oh, I want to be over there. And the zombie's like, oh, hey, look, there's trapdoors. I can get there. Let me go there. And then he goes, bloop, and he falls. It's that simple. So that's why you put these open trapdoors along the edges here. And that works for anything. If you want to trap a mob in a hole, don't just make a hole and think the mob's going to walk into the hole. Make the hole and then put open trapdoors around the edge of it, so the mob will think that they can walk on it. And plus, while we're building this, these trapdoors make a handy way to get between the different sections once we have the roof on it. Oops. So it's helpful for us while we're building as well. All right, now let's go ahead and get the water in. Let's go ahead and finish off this layer. So how do we need to get down to our platform? Let's see. Let's get back up here. Oh, I can't see through the clouds. Where's our platform? Okay, seriously, I can't see through these clouds. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Just temporarily, just while we're building this, we're going to find clouds. What is this? What is it? Hello? Okay. Let's see. Clouds. And we're, instead of fancy, we're just going to turn them off. So we'll turn them back on when this build is done, but I need to be able to see what I'm doing. So let's get back up here. Is there a way down that we can get to the platform from this thing? Does this get us there? You know what we can do? We can just go down the middle. It's all good. We can do this. Break out one of these. Throw it down here. Okay. Oh, but now we're stuck inside the thing because I have it still this way. Okay. Well, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay. Let's make a way out. Okay. There we go. Did I lose that trapdoor? Did it just go over the edge? No, I got it. Okay. Whew. See, that's expensive. I don't want to lose that. What did I come down here for? What did I come down here for? Oh, water. I was gonna... Okay, let me put another couple torches just so that we don't get any mobs spawning up here. Okay. Alright, yep. I was gonna go grab some water. Okay. So I was gonna finish off this level. Whoa. Okay. Oh, I can't get... Ah! Okay, I can't squeeze in there because it's a block and a half, and I have to... There you go. You have to squat or shift to get through the block and a half gap, but every time I would shift, I would just swim down instead of... Okay. So let's start a temporary infinite pool here. So we got 1 and 2. Okay. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go on this side. We're going to go 1 there. And then 1 on the edge. And because they're just two next to each other, it doesn't make the infinite pool, and it makes flowing water, which pushes all the way down here. So now the zombie will go, I want to be over there. I'm going to walk. Oops. I guess I'm going this way. This is my fate. So that's how this trap works. That is all the mechanics. The rest of it is just building. So let's get some more water here. Put 1 there. 1 there. So yeah, so the mechanics behind this isn't too complicated. And the build really isn't all that complicated either. It's just big. Okay. And I'm gonna leave that pool here for now just because I don't have to go all the way down to the bottom to do the next level. Yeah. Of course, I can't finish any of this off until I get more wool. So it's really not going to be done. Oops, sorry about that. I had to move my mouse pad and my mouse just went nuts. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get this level finished off. Okay, see, so now you can't jump over these. So, well, this one you can because of that. But this is where, like, once there's a lid, you can kind of do this to get across. Okay. All right. I wonder how we're going to do with wood, if we actually have enough or not. This will be interesting to see if we get to the end here, if we need a few more logs or not. Like I said, I still need to come over here and get more, I need to go back home and get some iron to finish this thing off. And of course we're going to need more carpet to finish this off. So we are going to have to at least go home before this thing is operational. Oops, didn't need to place that there. So what we might do is when we get to the point where we need to go home to get those things, we'll boat home, but then when we come back, we'll set up the nether portal on our way back so that that's done. And then we won't have to make that trip again. Not that it was a long trip. But the nether portal is part of the build. So, right, that's going to be our way in and out of this thing. Okay, let's walk across here. Oh, I don't know why I'm shifting. I'm shifting as if I'm going to fall off the end. Oh. Oh, you might be okay. Because the roof, the next roof we make is going to be slabs. Like, we're going to make a floor of... No, this is the floor. Then we're going to have a roof of slabs on top. Okay. So now, besides carpets and removing these torches, and then, of course, making this into flowing water instead of source, this layer's done. This layer's done. So now we just need to get up to the second layer, which means we need to pop out these four, because this is where the mobs are going to fall. Okay. And we're going to need to pillar up this thing and just get up here. There we go. Great. So now we need to build our trenches here. Oops. So now at this point we don't need... whatever. I say we technically don't need this block here, but that's okay. You know, those... These could be bottom slabs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hold on a second. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm doing this wrong. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm thinking... Okay. A little confused here. A little confused. Okay. This level doesn't have the floor and stuff like that, like the bottom one does. This is just open. And they just fall straight down into that water. Right, so this zombie goes, and then poof, falls all the way down into this water. So I didn't need another trench system on that level. Okay. And I guarantee you some of you knew exactly what I was doing wrong. I was like, why are you doing all that? What's wrong with you? There we go. Yep, okay. So we don't need the trench thing. So we do need these walls. We are good to go. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and break this out. Oh, you know what we're going to need, though? We're going to need another stack of trapdoors, and that's probably going to use up a ton of this wood. Because trapdoors are unnecessarily expensive. So we might actually run out of wood because of the trapdoors. Okay, let's go get some of that wood we just chopped down. Oops, didn't fall in. And we're not going to need any more water. So we can now remove those source blocks and turn this back into flowing water. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now we need... a stack of trapdoors. Okay. There we go. We might be able to pull this off without needing more wood. We might be able to pull this off. We'll see. Not sure how confident I am. I think we might still need more wood, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see, because that's going to need another wall around it. Okay. And what we'll do is once this farm is done, we're going to go ahead and bring our enchanting table over here. So we'll just do our enchanting from here where we're getting our levels. So we'll probably want to... we're going to... As I say, we'll probably want Silk Touch to pick up those bookshelves, but I guess it's not the end of the world if we don't have Silk Touch. We could always recraft them with more planks. All right, let's go ahead and get this wall. Okay. We're getting low. We're getting low on planks. But once this wall is done, the only thing left is going to be a ceiling, a roof, and that's going to be done with slabs. Let's go ahead and get the torches up here so that we don't get any spawns up here. Okay. And we'll sleep. Okay, I think we're gonna have enough. Okay, but you know what? I'm gonna take a quick stretch break and just go walk around a little bit and get something to drink and stretch my legs, and I'll be right back. But for you, it's gonna be just in 1 second. All right, I am back from my break. I feel refreshed and ready to finish this thing off. So let's go ahead, and we are gonna have to make a few more slabs for this. See, this is like basically 8 by 8. It's like 64. So we're basically gonna need like 4+ stacks of slabs, I think. Probably don't need that many. Let's just do this. How many is that? Tell you what, let's do this. Okay, I feel like we're gonna need a little bit more than that. Let's do that. Let's see if we can get away with that. Okay. So now we do want them above this so that those are not spawnable. Okay. So these, of course, being bottom slabs means the roof of this thing will not be spawnable, but they're also still leaving just that too high gap here for the mobs to spawn. So that's why we do it that way. You could just do this with normal blocks, but then you're going to have to go up there and like put torches and stuff. So why not use slabs? Let's see. So if you're interested in other non-Minecraft games, of course I have my second channel. I've been mostly playing Foundation with a few other games, but there's a new one I think I'm going to start playing, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. So I encourage you to check it out if it sounds interesting to you. So it's a game called Lens Island, L-E-N, Lens Island, and as in Len apostrophe S. It's like I guess it's someone's name, and it's essentially like whoa, oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. So it's kind of that like 45-degree top-down view, kind of like what they call that, like isometric or whatever. So like RPGs and stuff will be like that, that style. So it's not like that top-down pixely view, but it's like that 3/4, that 45-degree top-down view. Anyway, that's the look and feel of it. But it's basically like survival and crafting. So in aspects like Minecraft, you can actually craft, like build houses and things. So it's not just crafting like tools, it's actually crafting, like you can build, you know, houses, walls, ceilings, roofs, everything. So there's that aspect to it, but then it's also adventure RPG aspect to it too. So there's like eventually, like, you know, monsters you gotta fight, and you have to go down in caves to mine for materials and things. So it sounds like a lot of fun. I played through the tutorial, or I played through like half of the tutorial just to get a feel for it, and I'm really enjoying it. So I think I'm going to probably record the first. Okay, we need a lot more slabs than I thought we needed. Ooh, I hope we have enough. Let's see how far that goes. See, I'll probably record the first episode of that. I'll probably record it this weekend, and maybe have that out on my channel next week. So if that sounds interesting to you, I encourage you to check it out. I think it's going to be fun. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. So that'll be cool. And again, that's my second channel. It's MCO2. It's real easy to remember. But also, if you just go to my channel's just normal page, you know, like you click on my name, it takes you to my channel. The first thing at the top is a link to my second channel. Like you'll see it right there. So I encourage you to check it out if that sounds like fun. Doesn't sound like fun, then don't check it out. I don't want you to do anything you're not comfortable doing. Okay, so as this farm is physically built, it's done. That was the last thing we needed. We had enough wood. Look at that. I'm so glad I cut down that last tree before we left, because look at what we're left with. I'm going to leave this little bit here because we're still going to need to come up to put the carpets. So we're still going to need a good stack of carpets, because we need, again, 9 times 4 times 2. So we need more carpets. We can probably get rid of that. We just need to get down from here. You know what? I can rebuild the temporary blocks later. I can take this down for the moment. I thought I was hearing a noise. Maybe it's just this stuff. I thought I was hearing a noise. Okay, must be imagining it. Yeah, so this is the whole farm. So all we're going to do is we're going to come back here with carpet to finish off the carpets. Then we'll knock out these torches and the farm is done. So let's go ahead and... Oh gosh, I saw the dark and got a little worried there. So let's go ahead and get ourselves an elevator down. I'm going to remove these just in case it's dark enough for them to be spawnable. I don't think it was, but just in case, it was better safe than sorry. I can repair this stuff up here later. Yeah. Okay, so we're good to go. We probably don't even need this infinite water here anymore, but I'll take a bucket of water while I'm here. You know what? We probably literally don't need this anymore. Whatever. I'll leave it here until we absolutely are done. Okay, so we're gonna have to sail back home now and get the what you call it? We're definitely gonna need to bring that obsidian with us. Okay, so we're going to get some iron so we can make these iron bars. And wool. And then we're going to go into the nether and build another portal to come out here. You know what? Let's remove this water. It's in the way of our portal. There we go. Oh, I didn't bring a flint and steel with me. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I need to light this. I need to light it on this side so that when we light it on the nether side, it sees a portal to connect to. Or else it's going to try to connect to something like maybe in a cave underneath or something. Oh, darn it. Well. Okay, before we sail all the way home and all the way back, let's just hop over to that land over there and see if we can get ourselves an iron and a and a flint. Oh my. Okay, let's go. Woo! There we go. Okay, so it's still doing the fog when the rain comes. But I guess that's okay, because normally when it's rainy, it's kind of grimy looking anyway. Alright, so I need to find an iron and some gravel. So I'm just looking for like a cave or something. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't bring a... I knew there was gonna be something I'd be missing, but like it's just a long trip home. It's not like the longest trip home, but it's longer than I want to do twice. Actually, you know what? Hey, look, there's a azalea tree. Okay. Let's just try to find the entrance to a cave real quick and see if we can get an iron and some gravel. I was gonna say I'll just go ahead and just go home anyway, but no, this will probably ultimately be quicker, I hope, than going all the way home. Okay. Any iron? Just looking for iron. All I need is one iron so I can make the steel side of this thing. One iron. That's all I need. Anything down here? No, no iron. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. See, the ocean floor is full of gravel, so I could get gravel. There's a cave. Come on, cave. You can do it. Oh. Well, there's gravel. Alright, let's get a flint. I'm looking for a flint. There we go. There's a flint. Okay, and now I just need an iron. One single iron. And I guess I'm going to need to make a furnace. Okay. And I just need one single iron. One single iron. That's all I need. Oh, is this where I... Ooh, there's even more down there. What's going on down there? Alright, breathe. Okay. I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's, we got a crafting table. Let's make a door. Okay, and now let's find an iron. I know this is very dark for you. It's also very dark for me. So, I apologize for that. Okay, I didn't see any iron just then. I literally didn't... Oh, we're back to here. Okay. What about over here? Okay. We should be able to find some iron here. This place is huge. Look at this. Looking for some iron. Looking for some iron. I need... Looking for some air. Okay. Okay. Iron? Oh my. Really? Is it really going to be this hard to find one iron? Okay, we can move on this, can't we? Yeah. Okay. That wasn't iron, was it? No. You know what I need? I need a junk block in my inventory just in case I need to build a shelf. Oh, I'm not seeing any. Holy cow, really? Okay. Let's go back under. There's an iron. There's iron right there. Okay. I'm going to tell myself that this entire ordeal is quicker than if we would have gone all the way home. I'm going to tell myself that. And you know what I need to do? Can I put it? No, it's still in the water. Oh. Oh, okay. Whatever. I saw more iron. I was going to get more, but it's fine. I only need one. I only need one. Now I need to get out of this thing. Oops. Okay. Now I need to get back to my portal, which I still have that waypoint. That zombie. I deleted the temporary waypoint. Oh, man. Okay, it's not the end of the world. South. Okay. Hey. Hey there, good looking. Do you have friends? I mean, I'm sure you do have friends. You seem like a likable little one. No, I'm not going to find friends that easily, huh? Okay, well, I thought maybe we'd be able to get some wool, too. Okay. let's get back over. Let's go ahead and light. We're going to get up there. See how big and ugly it is? This is why I don't like seeing them from like my base. So we can just get back up there and light the portal, and then we can get home and get going again. Okay. So that'll be fun when we get to the point where, well, if we even want to do anything with those. I mean, the blocks are good to get out of those, but I mean, besides the sponges are okay sometimes if you want to clear out a lot of water. But I don't know if there's a real urgent need to check out one of those things or not. Okay. I need to craft a furnace. Need to smelt the iron. I'll just use a charcoal. That's fine. No problem. There we go. Now we'll make our flint and steel, and we'll go ahead and light this. Well, actually, I want to get the exact coordinate for this square because we're a little bit off of what our original estimate was. So now we're at, let's see, I don't need this sheet of notes anymore. And I've run out of space to write. Okay, so minus 290, minus 808. So obviously that one is minus 101. And the 290 divided by... by 8. So 8 times 3, 24, carry the 5. 6 times 8 is 48, so 36. Okay. See, I can do math in my head on a piece of paper. So minus 36 minus 101 is actually our coordinate. So now we have a lit portal here. We're not going to go through it. If we go through it, it's going to form a portal in the nether, probably in a spot where we don't want it. I can guarantee it'll be in a spot that we don't want it. Oops, wrong button. We're trying to go back towards Whoa, I hit the wrong button and almost walked right off the back end of that. Basically, that's towards home. Because we don't have a home waypoint yet. Oh, that was dumb to do this so close to the zappy fish. Oh boy, okay. Alright, so home is pretty much that direction. I should probably put a proper home waypoint once I get home as well. Yeah, I'll do that once we get home. So let's see, what do we need to do when we get home? We still need to find sheep. We still need wool. So I could kind of skim around here looking for sheep on the way. Let me turn that back on just in case we lose our way. Because I do want I want enough carpet once we get back. Now another thing that could be is it doesn't have to be wool carpet. It could be moss carpet. Oh, did we find moss already yet in this game? I feel like we did. I feel like we found moss. If we have moss, that's going to be way quicker than sheep. Because it's going to accomplish the same thing. We just need to... The carpet is basically making those squares not spawnable, right? For the spiders, like we talked about earlier. So moss carpet works just as well as wool carpet. Oh, their sounds always... They're so weird. Let's see. Yeah, when we get home, let's see if there's moss. If there's moss, then I can make moss a lot quicker than finding sheep. Okay. That's our village. Whoa, wrong button. There we go. Well, I mean, these sheep have wool. I'm not going to pass it up. If I can get some, I'll get it. Okay. Taking the bushes. All right, home again, home again. Okay, so let's get this little sheep here. Boop. And let's go see if we have moss. Let's put away some of this junk and see if we have moss. If we have moss, oh, I forgot about that guy. It's gonna take some getting used to seeing a ghast face all the time. Moss. We do have moss. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Our life just got a lot easier. Because what we can do then, well, here, let's empty our inventory. Let's be smart about this. Don't need the door. We're going to keep this stuff. In fact, we're going to take some more back with us so we can build out the place a little bit more. We probably don't need these irons, but as we determined, oh, we do need some iron. We need iron bars. I want to make sure I get those iron bars. There we go. Okay. So we're going to need these. We're going to need obsidian. We don't need the furnace. We do need this. We don't need the gravel anymore. Don't need the lily pads anymore. Okay, we'll keep all of that. That's a lot of stuff to be carrying around. Do we have... Let's take a bundle just so we could do like whatever. Put like these little... What do we need this cobble? We don't need this cobblestone. Okay. Just in case we just need to get some stuff out of inventory. Okay, let's go ahead and work on getting some moss and then get into the nether. So I don't want to do the moss right here because it's gonna actually, you know what? We need to level some of this stuff out anyway, so let's do the moss up top here. We can use this as a way to eat away some of this terrain here. That's still another portal up there. Let's go down to this level. Here we go. And bone meal. Let's see. Bone meal. There we go. Where was our moss? There we go. Boom. Spread that moss around. Boom. Spread it some more. Spread, spread, spread. All right. That's probably more than what we're going to need right now. So let's go ahead and knock this out with the hoe. It goes really fast. It also eats through this tool very quickly. So if you're doing that with an unenchanted simple hoe, you're going to just rip through it doing this. Just FYI. Okay. That's more than enough. That's more than enough. And I know this looks ugly, but that's okay. Well, we can fix that eventually. Okay. Let's put these azaleas in there. We'll put these wheat seeds in our composter. There we go. Yeah, because you can do this. That should give us more than we need. That should give us enough. Oh yeah, we got another whole stack of it. We got more than enough. Okay, great. Perfect. Perfect. Let's put this away. In fact, that means I don't need this wool, so let's just get that out of our inventory. Excellent. So good. Okay, which means we don't need the shears either. Okay, perfect. Now, let's get to nethering. Okay. Got our flint and steel. Okay, we got our obsidian. Okay. Okay, we're good to go. Set our spawn, and let's head on. Okay. I just heard a ghast. Nice. Did it drop anything useful? Uh-oh. We don't have gold boots on. That okay. Okay. Oh, he just ran through. Okay. You stay. Let's get our gold boots of projectile protection. Now let's try this again. Oh, he turned into a zombie. Oh, cool. He's a zombie with a crossbow. That's I forgot these guys zombify when they come through. I feel like you're kind of unique there, buddy. You go walk around. See if you stick around or not. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we want to go to -36, -101. So negative that direction, and then unfortunately that direction. Oh no, seriously? Oh, ideally it would have been through this wall, but we have to go that way. So we have to go 36 to -36 this way, and then over 100 blocks that way. Oh, bummer. One thing we could do is kind of dig up into that ceiling and go through the ceiling. So that just means we kind of have to go up a ramp to get to it. Sure. That's what we gotta do. Well, shoot. Well, dang it. Wow, that's really bummer. Yeah. If I just build a bridge, then I have to worry about gas and everything, and then I have to make it out of something that the gas can't blow up. And I'd rather just get up inside that netherrack ceiling and just dig. Alright, so let's do that. Bummer. That just means that our trip to and from the this thing is going to be a little bit more lengthy than it normally would be, but that's okay. And we can always change that in the future if we want to. Kind of dawned on me I'm not going to know. Oh, well, maybe I will know because oh, there we go. I was say I might not know once I'm at the ceiling level. Oh, look at that's not a solid ceiling either. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I think we're just making bridges. We're just going to build bridges, and we're going to build bridges out of something that won't explode, and then eventually we'll make it a covered bridge to where we won't have to worry about it at all. So, what we'll do here is sleep. And then we will get some of this cobblestone and do this the right way. Okay. I'm going to put my diamond boots away for now, because I don't need them for this. Okay, might as well get some of this netherrack out of my inventory. Don't need it yet. What am I doing? Oh, that was weird. I clicked on that, but then I started eating. That was strange. Okay, you know what? I don't think I'm going to need the bundle. I don't have a whole lot of little things to put in it anyway. I probably don't need this boat. If I need a boat that badly, I'll craft a new one. Okay. Okay. Don't need the hoe. Okay. What I need is some cobblestone. Probably more than some. We'll get a good amount of it. All right. Now let's go ahead and build ourselves a bridge. Okay, so we have to go this way. Go this way to negative 36. So about to here. You know what? Let's just start the bridge like this. Let's just start doing it. It should be 3 wide. I mean, let's say why not? Well, because it uses a lot more material. That's why not. We'll go for it. We'll make it 3 wide because eventually then we'll put like walls on it and then maybe like a nice tall ceiling, and then eventually when we get to it we can like zip down that in on an elytra or something. Okay, so here's our negative 36. This is our negative 36 right here. So now we're going to go to 101. We got plenty of cobblestone. All right. Let's just start doing it. Let's go ahead and get that shield in our hand, just in case we need that. And listen for ghasts. I was looking to see if he dropped a ghast here, but for last one we killed. No. Okay. This episode is brought to you by placing a lot of blocks. We've done a lot of staring at blocks and placing blocks this episode, because most of the construction of that farm was this right here. Oops. Negative 7. We need to go pretty far. Maybe I should just be making this 2 for now, just to make this go quicker. We can add it when we get to the point where we want to actually secure this thing a little bit better. We can worry about the 3rd row of it. I keep misplacing. Oh, this is so bad. I could just do this. And then come back and do this. Okay. It's funny, I don't have any one single way that I build blocks where, you know, like I feel like I constantly switching up how I do it. There's no like kind of regular way. It's something I'm just thinking about now. Never really thought about that before. We still got a bit of a ways to go. We're at negative 58. I'm going to negative 101. Now I'm getting ready to hit a wall, so hopefully I can dig into that thing, and then we don't have to make too many more bridges. I would love it if the spot where this is going to be is just inside this wall. That would be ideal. Okay, we'll just say that's R3. R3 is getting started. Okay, let's start blasting through this. Now, I like to put netherrack in my offhand whenever I'm going through stuff because it's quicker for me to patch up lava holes, which happen all. Oh, anyone around to see this? No. Okay. Say they're about to get mad at me. Alright, this is encouraging. We're still inside this wall. Let's hope it continues this way until the end. Not much further. Alright, this is good. This is good. Almost there. 101. Boom. This is where our portal's going to be. 36101. That spot right there. That's the center of our portal. Perfect. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, this pickaxe is hurting now. Okay. Ooh, I heard that. Yeah, you guys can't get me in here, buddy. Scream all you want. Oh, you know what I didn't think about was the direction of the portal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much. I would like it to where, like, if I just walk into the portal and stand here, I show up in the other portal facing the same direction. I don't think that's going to be the case, though, because this I'd be facing north. Oh, well. I wonder... Oh, we're not in the overworld. We can't see the... I was going to look and see if we could see where the portal on the other side was facing. If it was, like, facing south, facing north, facing east or west. Yep. I've decided I'm placing these since it's just this amount. Okay, bridge is done. Fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing lit, and hopefully we'll show up at our hopefully we'll show up in our farm. Okay, and now let's go through and hope they connect. Perfect, and I'm facing north, which is exactly the direction I want to be facing. Perfect. Wow. Cool. Now let's make sure it works the other way. So we'll go through here. Perfect. Excellent. We're good to go. We are good to go. Eventually I'll spawn proof this and we'll box in this hallway and everything else. But we're not going to do that today. We just want to get this farm working today. Okay, great. Okay, that was weird. All right, so now what do we need to do? We need to get some carpets up there and get this thing spawn-proofed. And then, let's see, how am I almost nighttime. Let's go ahead and sleep. So I'm thinking, once I start knocking out torches, things are going to start spawning and falling down here. So this is not our way back out, because then we're just looking at having creepers blow up everything. So this cannot be our way back out. So what I'm going to do instead is, let's go ahead and get up here. Whoa. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and remove that. Okay. Just need a block to jump up on for now. Shoot. We're going to need to give ourselves a way out of this. So once we get out, oh, okay, that's fine. And now we're going to need a place where we can like have a water stream that leads us back down to our farm. This will go right by the portal. That's our closest bet. Oh, all of this has to be difficult, huh? So I'm just going to waterlog that. That should flow down. So this is now our way up and down. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, that's our way up and down. Oh, let's get down there and fix that opening, because with that opening being open, okay, we're going to remove this water and fix that opening. I guess I could have gone from the inside, couldn't I? Yeah. We had water here. Alright, so let's... Oh, I thought I removed that water. I don't know what just happened. Is it shrinking down? Yeah, it is. Okay. Is it going down? It is going down. Okay. Alright. Let this start moving away. So now, let's see. We have all these, so we got to put one of these here. And we have our... Oops. Our log there. And our trap door. And the water is gone. Perfect. Boom. Okay, so now here's our spot where we're going to come in. So this is where I want to put these bars here. So then that kind of stops you here. So even if you shrink down, you most likely not see the eyes unless it's like a baby zombie. And then you can still reach over the gate there to get to those chests. Okay. All right, now let's get back up. Oh gosh, really? Okay. I need to get to the water stream. Here we go. All right, let's go ahead and get the carpet placed and the torches removed, and then this will be done. This will be operational. Okay. So we'll start on this level down here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 2, 3. Now you see light leaking through there. That's just like a lighting glitch in the game. This is still, as you can see, zero light level. So, even though you can see light through there, it's not really there. There's other patterns that people lay these carpets out in. This is one that I saw. I'm pretty sure it works. We'll find out if we get any spiders, then we'll know that it's a bad idea. We're trying to go this direction here. Okay, this level's done. So we can fix that, fix that. This is gonna be fun. So we need to do this, break that, and then pop up 1, 2, and then break these 2. And then get up there. Okay. Oh, I torches. Where was that torch down here? Well, let's just do this. Gosh, what am I doing? Okay, let's go. Nope. And then we can break these out from below us. That was weird. I felt like I was going... Oh, was I using slabs? Okay, that's why. I was like, why am I going up 2 but only having 1 that I can break? Oh, I put a slab in here. Okay. So that's where we're going to end. So we need to start over on this side. Okay, so this one's done. We'll do this side here. 2, 3. Okay, no problem. We got more than enough carpets here. Yeah, see, the moss was a good idea. I'm glad I thought of that. I'm glad I'm also glad we had some moss already. That's awesome. Okay, let's get rid of those. Those up. Here we go. Oh, this is our way out. This is where we're ending. Okay. All right. This is about it. We're finishing up here. Okay, no torches. I don't see any light down below. We're good to go. So let's get rid of this. And get... Oh, nope, 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 nope. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Farm is done. We are done. Pick this up and... Oh, get it before it's too short. Okay, there we go. And hop out. There we go. Get rid of this mess. We should have an XP farm now. Hello. Hello. We'll give it a minute to get going. Usually doesn't take long. There we go. There's our first customer. Boom. Look at that. It works. I love it. I love it. Oh, yes. Just feel those levels. That's fantastic. I love this. It's such a good XP farm. And you saw that. I made this farm in like what? Start to finish 2.5 hours? That's just it's awesome, right? It's awesome. It's very easy. A very easy build. You just have to know a few things like, you know, whatever, 128 blocks up, you know, whatever, 22, 23 blocks up, and, you know, these are 7 across. And then it just builds itself after that. It's really that easy. It really is that easy. And now imagine if I was just standing there with a skeleton spawner getting like 2 or 3 skeletons every 30 seconds. That'd be terrible. All right, I'm loving it. Okay, great. Well, let's take some of this stuff home. Let's look at getting our, we can go ahead and leave a crafting table out here. We want to build this out a little bit, so let's go ahead and leave the jungle wood here. Oh, wait a minute. I was putting the stuff in the wrong place. Let's take all of this stuff back home. I do need my bed. Let's leave the jungle wood out here. We got our crafting table out here. We're going to end up with more chests than that. Oh, here's what I wanted to see. Is this far enough away from those mobs? Nope. Okay, so we're going to have to build a platform to put this bed on that's a little bit further away. Look at all those levels pouring in. I love it. All right, I can sit here and keep doing that forever. Let me get going. Ooh, you know what I should do here before this episode's over? We should get like a mending. We should get like our first mending so we stop having to recreate new tools. I think that would be a great idea. Okay. We are back home. We are good to go. So let's go ahead and just empty our inventory of all of this mess that we don't need. Thank you, Moss. You saved my life. Glad I thought of that. Let's see. We have our nether stuff there. We've got cobblestone. We've got mob drop. We've got ores. We've got more mob drops. We've got a flint and steel that we don't need. We've got miscellaneous crafted stuff, and we don't need the extra crafting table. We got one over there, and might as well keep the jungle slabs. I feel like I want to go get some more jungle wood. Just since we got the jungle wood theme going on, let's just keep going with jungle wood for our build out there. So I want to build some more of this platform. So let's go ahead and get some more jungle wood. Should I mix it up? Well, I guess I can't wait for your answer. I'll start with using all jungle wood for this. We could always, replace blocks and make things look a little bit nicer later if we want to. But this will at least give us a starting point, keep things consistent. Might as well. Let's go ahead and plant the new tree. We'll see if that grows before we leave. Maybe we can make sure we have more than enough to take with us. Let's get rid of that thing there. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need is we're going to have to take our enchanting table setup. We don't have anything with silk touch on it, right? I'm pretty sure we don't. Pretty sure we have nothing with silk touch on it. No. I'm either going to have to rebuild these bookshelves when I break them. Well. Oh well. So be it. Let's see. It's not a big deal. We got tons and tons of wood. Let's get rid of that. Let's take our chest. We'll take our crafting table. We don't have any dirt to fill in that hole right now. We'll get 2 dirts from over here. One from there, one from there. Boop, boop. Okay, good to go. Good to go. All right, let's rebuild these bookshelves. Do we have anything else that we're like swimming in planks? No, we really don't. We really don't. Okay, let's see. I can't even begin to guess how many planks we're going to need for this. Let's just start with a stack and see how far that gets us. Bookshelves. 10 of them. So we're going to need half of that. I didn't see how many that was. Was that like a stack? Okay, that's more than enough. Okay. Bookshelves. There we go. 14. Did I miss some books? Did I miss some books? Yes, I did. Sure did. This little guy. This little guy. Had some really cool ideas for a doc for him. Someone on the chats was telling me about something they built, which was a really fantastic idea. I loved it. So coming up with some really good stuff for him. Yeah, I still feel I'm running pretty low on logs here. Can that tree, you know what, let's just encourage that tree to grow a little bit quicker. I feel like I'm running pretty scant number of logs here, so let's make sure we get enough. Can we get up that way? Kinda. Can we get up that way better? Yeah, we can get up this way better. So check this out. This is fun. So today is 4th of July, as we already discussed. And I was thinking to myself, like, I'm not going to go grill out. It's just me living here. That's no secret. Everyone's figured that out by now. And I don't actually have a grill right now. I haven't needed one in a while. But even if I did, right, like doing all that and all that for one person is usually a bit of a pain. That's why I don't really have one right now. But I was thinking I wanted ribs, right? That, you know, barbecue ribs, that's a very 4th of July kind of thing. Well, they make those like pre-made ones, like, you know, and usually by the meat department, but kind of not the raw meat, the cooked meat stuff, where they have these, you know, like baby back ribs or whatever. You can get a rack of them. They're already cooked and barbecue sauce, and they're like sealed in a thing. And then so you basically just have to like put them on a roasting pan and cook them in the oven until they get all nice and caramelized and delicious. And then enjoy. So I went to the grocery store to get some of those. And I know they're expensive. Like, even before all the crazy price hikes in the last few years, it's like one rack of that could be like $12, $13 at least, depending on the brand. So I knew it was going to be an expensive thing to get. What am I looking for? Okay, I wanted to just, we're going to go rebuild that platform. That's what we're doing. And of course, I was going to get some other sides and things to go with it. So I go to the store last night. So this is the night before 4th of July. And it's a bit busy. People are getting some last minute things that they needed. But I get down to that section and I found a case where those ribs were. And I saw like this little sign above it. And I just saw buy two, get whatever free. And I'm like, okay, buy two, get one free. That's fine. I don't need that many. I just need one rack of ribs. And but I looked more closely at the sign, and it said, get this, buy two, get three free. And I was like, you got to be kidding. What? No, that can't be right. I had to have misread that. Let me look again. Buy two, get three free. Let me read that again. Buy two, get three free. I'm like, wow, it really truly does say that. So then I was like looking a little bit more closely. I'm like, okay, there's got to be something going on here. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how wide we need it for this thing. So I'm looking at the sign, and then it says, you know, buy 2, get 3 free, must buy 5. Or must get 5. So it's basically insinuating, like, you can't just get 3 and get, like, a reduced price. Like, you gotta get all 5. You know, the 2 that you're paying for and the 3 free ones. And I'm like, okay. Sounds fair. So and then even on the sign it said something. Now these were like $17 for one. So again, not cheap, but only a couple more dollars than they were several years ago. So that's not too bad. Could be worse. And so yeah, so I on the sign it said something to the effect of save like $51 or something, and I'm like, okay, this really is buy 2 get 3 free. So I went ahead and I was looking at them like, are they like getting ready to go out of date or something? Like, what is the catch here? I don't understand this. And no, they were all dated like use or freeze by like October of this year. I'm like, well, this is just fantastic. So I bought 5 racks of ribs. And I'm basically gonna put like 4 of them in the freezer. That's pretty awesome. I love it. I think that's perfectly good. Enchanting table set up there. There we go. So yeah, so check that out. I went in to get 1 rack of ribs for dinner tonight, and came out with 5 for the price of 2. It's pretty insane. That was a pretty insane deal. Thought that was pretty crazy. Okay. We're just gonna put enough toward. So I don't have a place yet where I can sleep on a bed. So there's a certain distance you have to be, and it's like 10 blocks or something away from the mob before you can sleep. Wow, look at all the stuff we're already getting in here. This feels a little awkward. I feel like those chests maybe used to be here, and maybe you just didn't fall down into it, but it's like this now. It's probably not going to change. You know what? Let me leave those mobs in there and see how far away I have to get before I can sleep. So, let's do this. And you know what? Let's make sure that that is the same. So that's a 4. But we can also put our storage chests out here on this little bit as well. Let's see. Is this far enough away to sleep with a chamber full of mobs? Yes. Okay, good. All right. So that's how long this part will be. Oh, I should have brought some of that wool and made a permanent bed for out here. So we'll have a bed out here. So we'll have like a bed, and then we'll have like chests and stuff out here. Cool. Nice. Okay. Let's put the lapis in there. And let's just go ahead and for now, let's just store this stuff in here. We can make this place look all kinds of beautiful later. Let's go ahead and make some chests. Let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4. Start with the chests there. Just gonna get some torches around just so that we have, you know, spawn proofed and everything. This is a little awkward that this is like 3 wide coming up here to a 5 wide to the. Okay, it's fine. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. Everything doesn't have to be like an exact plus sign. Okay, that's gonna be perfect the way it is. Let's just make a couple more chests while we're standing here. See, this is how I get, like, I can't stop now that I'm doing it. Oh my gosh. Probably won't need that many chests. How about that many? So we'll do another one there, and then we'll do here, and we'll do here. And this will be all kind of storage in here for everything that's going to come out of this. Awesome. And that'll be our bed. All right, perfect. I think we're done here for now. We can get an anvil. We can get a sharpening stone. We can get all the necessary things in here that we need. So actually this stuff here, let's go ahead and put that, we'll put that in this first chest. This first chest will just be kind of like random stuff to help us build things. We will stick a crafting table just kind of in the floor right here. There's our crafting table. Perfect. Okay, I have to remind myself. I feel like I want to redo the way these chests are seated. Oh my gosh, they're gonna see me if I do that. Okay, let's do this. Let's be smart. Let's be really, really smart and super, super safe. Because there's creepers here. Okay, no one can see me now. Okay, let's. We're gonna lose a few blocks here. It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna put that out one more. We need to get down in there, so let's just do this temporarily. Okay, they really can't see me, right? Okay, good. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to reposition those hoppers, aren't I? Okay. Let's oh boy, when you get to where you're actually changing things in a farm like this, things get really, really risky, really fast. I'll tell you what, let's find something that looks different so I don't knock the wrong blocks out. Nothing here looks different. You know what looks different? Oak. Oak looks different. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. See, now I'm getting into, like, why am I messing with it? I shouldn't be messing with it. I'm going to make a... Nope. There we go. Okay. Now. I can break this. I can get in here. Okay. Just do so I want that facing that one. And I'm going to have to get around behind this because now this one I need facing into this one. And I can't. I'm going to have to go in through the side. This is like surgery. This is like surgery. This is crazy. And I'm really nervous because of all the sounds that I'm hearing down there. And if I break the wrong block, things are going to go horribly for me. So I think it's this block right here. Excellent. And boom. That's all I needed to do. Just the fact that if you screw up, one creeper blows up and your entire thing is destroyed. And it's almost impossible to fix after that. So let's put those back in there. So now what I wanted to do was... Oh, I have to empty these chests out first. Let's empty these chests out. Okay, let's start putting in... We're going to start with... zombie flesh in the back corner. Arrows in that one. And then we're going to quickly come out to gunpowder here and bones here. And then we're going to put like bows and stuff. Eventually these bows will be combined really before they're stored, but right now I just need to get them going. Okay. Man, you can hear everyone is down here in that chamber wanting to rip my face off. Okay, now let's get these chests. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, how can I get that chest? I can place a block there. I can place a block there. Oh, nice. Man, how cool is that? Oh, you know what? These blocks can just stay there. Okay, I like that. Okay, so now I can put this chest here, put that one next to it, and the other one will open this way just because that's how I have to stand to put it in there. Excellent. And now I put these back here. So now when I walk up in here, okay, I still don't fall down into those chests, and they're much easier to get. Okay, that's what I thought. Remember I was struggling with this, like the placement? That's what I thought it was, but for some reason I was thinking I would fall down onto those chests. I didn't want that to happen. Okay, let's go ahead and, you know what? Hostile mobs is still really low. Let's just put them to... See, I want to be able to hear creepers and stuff when I need to hear them, so... Alright, we just fixed the problem. So let's make sure we hit the correct... We'll hit the back one first, so that no one blocks our view. We'll hit this one here, and that one. Oh, we did it! Oh my gosh, what a sound that is. Now when they group up like that, you don't get the sweeping edge as much. There we go. Wow. You guys, look at this. I'm already at level 43. And when I enchanted that axe earlier, after enchanting, I was at 30. How crazy is this? How crazy is this? Such a good farm. If you don't do something like this in your world, I encourage you to do it. It is so good. So good. Obviously, there's better ones out there. There's more efficient ones. The whole new thing with the what you call it's the allays and stuff with the silverfish potions and all that. Those are pretty excellent too. But these are just awesome because these it's like you can control. Like with the potion, you have to do a potion, then you get as much as you get, and then you're done. This one you can get to a level that you want, turn around, use them, go back and keep getting levels. There's just so many advantages to this. Okay, I'm not here to sell this. I'm here to play Minecraft. Okay. We'll make this look a lot better later, like everything else I've been doing. I think, like I said, I think I want to grind out a mending book here and see if we can get, mending on something before the end of the day. I think that'd be awesome. That'd be a good milestone, I think. All right, I don't hear any gas. We're good to go. Well, good. I'm glad this farm didn't take so long to build that I had to stretch episodes. I was pretty sure I would be able to fit it in this episode. But I personally haven't built one of these farms in a while, which is why I was a little confused with that putting the trench in the second layer. We have one of these in my co-op game that I'm playing with Zinkberg. I left the bed over there, didn't I? It's okay. I can make a new bed. I'm gonna make a white bed. But he made it. He built the whole thing, not me. So I was I haven't built one in years. So, but I'm just glad that the notes that I took and I was glad that I was able to get it done pretty quickly. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's we want to grind out like I shouldn't use like weird meta gaming words like that. I want to try to get a librarian. Let's see. So the first thing we're going to need to do is make another bookshelf. So do we have the materials for that? We have paper. Yep. We need like 3 books, right? So let's just and then we got leather. So let's make 3 books. Oh, I didn't pick up the paper. There we go. 1, 2, 3. We'll need that for our bookshelf. Okay. All that talk about ribs and my stomach is growling now, and I realize it's about an hour after lunchtime for me. I had a little pineapple cup as a snack during my little stretch break, and that is long gone. Okay, we're gonna need some slabs to make this, and then boom, there we go, lectern, perfect. Usually whenever I'm like, I like the term because it harkens back to the D&D days, but like some people say roll for the villagers, like re-roll, like you're re-rolling a character or something. So you, like when you put the table down, he's not what you want, so you pick it up and you put it down and you pick it up. That's called re-rolling, and I love that. I think that's so funny. When I'm re-rolling villagers, I like to have multiple copies of the workbench in my offhand, so I can like place, look at them, break, place, look at them, break, place, and you don't have to worry about always having to pick it up right away. So I don't know why I'm going on about that, but I really don't have the resources at the moment to make. I do have the resources. What am I talking about? Of course I have the resources. I've got tons of leather. I got a cow farm, and I've got, look at all this. Well, it's not a lot, but it's nothing I need to skimp on, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and make a couple of those bookshelves so that we can do my little thingy that I was just describing and make this go a little bit quicker. I do like this bamboo looks different with this plants, the plants thing that I do. I like the look of it better. It has, I like the kind of that little bit of like whiteness to it. I like that. I think it looks nice. Okay. That was a fun little sound. Okay, let's make a few more of these. So we're gonna need a bunch of paper. So let's go 1, 2, 3. That's 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's like make like 4 total. That's enough to kind of do what I want to do. Okay. Oh, I forgot about all these seeds. You know what? I didn't have a composter. Okay, so normally with Minecraft, if you pick something up and you hit shift and you double click, it moves all of that thing. It's not doing that for me. I do have a mod where I single click to move them like this, but that shouldn't disable that. And that keeps throwing me off because I don't have this mod in every one of my games, so I'm not used to using it. It's just weird. Weird. Okay. Okay. It's just throwing me off that doesn't work. I don't understand why that doesn't work, but it's not a big deal. Okay. Let's go ahead and make these lecterns. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, we seriously... Do I have enough wood to at least make another bookshelf? Oh my gosh, really? Holy cow, guys. What? Did you see that? That literally just grew when I looked up. What are the odds? Like, oh guys, I need another tree. Bloop. Did you guys see that? How like as soon as I was looking up, it just blinked into existence. The game knew what I was getting ready to look for. That's so awesome. Okay. We will have to make some more proper tree farms as well. See, right now I just kind of have this scattering of a few things around here. We need to make a more proper tree farm at some point. But we'll get to that. We'll get to all of that in this series. I don't plan on this series going anywhere. This is going to be around for a long time. So I plan on building like all the farms and doing all the things. And again, once I kind of get out of kind of this initial grindy stuff and like getting set up, we're going to start building cool stuff too. Once I can get the materials and get the different blocks, and I got the tools and stuff to make, you know, getting those things quicker and easier, then we're going to start building some cool stuff. So don't you worry. I know there's not been a lot of building going on here yet, but don't you worry. It will come. Let's see. Plenty of wood now. Now let's go ahead and get this other lectern made. Oh, the lectern was just... What was that? Oh, it was the other bookshelf is what it... I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Okay, now lecterns. There we go. Perfect. 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 Okay. I like that they get standing up on those things to check, because he's trying to get to his workbench, so he just gets to there. I noticed him doing that quite a bit. Okay, we need a librarian. So whoever wants to be a librarian, you want to be a librarian? Apparently not. Okay, do you want to be a librarian? Okay, what's going on? Okay, there we go. Okay, you're the wrong librarian. And this is what you do. Okay, why are they like not immediately... Why are they doing this? This is weird. I don't understand why that's... Oh, it's this guy. Okay, I don't understand that. I don't understand why they're ignoring these. I don't understand that. Okay. It's something to do with like time of day and it's a village, so now they're doing the whole gathering thing and all of that. And I think usually when I do this with villagers, they're more isolated, right? They're not really technically in a village with beds and stuff. They're just in a building. So I'm thinking, this is weird. Did something change? I feel like my my microphone, something just changed and I'm not hearing my voice correctly. Oh well, that's okay. Oops. Yeah, so normally they're not in a village and obeying all these weird village rules. They're normally just out on their own. So... Huh. Oh, well now one of them did it. Well, you know what I should probably do is get some emeralds and another book, because once I do find one, I'll want to lock them in as soon as I can. So let's get another book, and then maybe we'll be about time to sleep, and then maybe these guys will not be considering... They'll not be trying to do something, like they're trying to gather at the moment. Okay. Time to sleep yet? Almost. I think it's funny how I keep pushing these cats together and they keep getting separated by people who walk around and bump them around. Go. Yeah. There you go. There you go. There's your buddy. Almost time to sleep. All right. Okay, now let's see if we can get ourselves a mending librarian. There we go. Oh, come on. Power 5. See, this is the thing. Like, if you want something specific... Weird. I feel like you just need to just grab one villager and put him somewhere in total isolation. Where he can't see anything, no one else can see the workbench. Because I think what's happening is you put it down and then just some random villager is going to latch onto it. And like these guys aren't interested, but someone else probably is, like that guy probably. So you have to wait for him to walk all the way over here. Right? So this is why I think I need to just get one in isolation where... Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and... Who are you? Who are you? Do we have block? We have some blocks on us. Okay, you. I'll tell you what. Come here. Detect that. No. Come back over here. Come over here. Okay, here you go. See that? Oh, do you see that? Oh, someone else saw it. Okay, hold on. No, stay out of this house. Stay out of this house. There we go. Okay. Now. Oh, I should look to see what he was. There we go. Stop that. Okay. Excellent. See, that's what it is. See, now no one else is seeing this. He's not seeing anything else, and now we can really just keep re-rolling. All right, perfect. We figured it out. So now we just do this until we find mending, and hopefully we find mending at a decent price. Don't push me into the doorway, buddy. Watch that I don't smack him with my axe. That's when they start moving around like this. Ooh, I'm seeing some good ones go by, but that's the nature of this, right? When you're looking for something specific, you gotta wait for it. Okay. Alright. I feel like we're gonna get it pretty quickly. Because mending usually comes up pretty... Boom! For 16. I couldn't have hoped for anything better than that. 16? That's insane. If we zombify this guy one time and cure him, he'll be selling those for 1 emerald. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. You're incredible, man. I'll tell you what. You know what you deserve? You deserve a way out of this building. All right, that's his workbench now. So hopefully he'll keep continuing to come back here. You know what we could do, though? We could, now that we have him, we could get him somewhere where we'd rather have him. Like, for example, maybe this nice big house here. Oops, I just stripped that log for no reason. There you go. So now he's got this, and if he wants that bed, he can use that bed. And yeah, this was where the farmer was. So the old farmer house is now the library. Is that where the farmer was? No, the farmer was in here. What was over here? Because that chest seemed to have a lot of random stuff in it. Doesn't matter. Okay, now let's go ahead and... Okay, we got our mending. Do we have anything yet that we want to put it on? Efficiency 4 on breaking 3 is pretty good. See, the only thing I worry about, I mean, a pickaxe would be the ideal thing because that's what you're going to use the most. Yeah, we can get it on this pickaxe. Okay, so let's do that. So let's go ahead and put some of this stuff. Whoa, put some of this stuff away. Let's see. And farmable food here. Okay, great. Okay, let's put these lecterns away for now. Okay. All right, so now... Oh, and the emeralds. Oh, my gosh. Let's stick them in here for now. What do we need to bring over there? We need an anvil. Oh, we're going to be running low on this stuff soon. Wow. We're going to need to do some iron mining again soon. And now we also need the, what you call it? Sharpening stone? Sharpening stone? I think that's what it's called. So I believe it uses, what, sticks? And maybe planks? And like a, it's like a stone slab or something, I think. I don't really have these workbench recipes memorized. I really don't. That was it. Okay, good. Yep. Okay, cool. So we need one of these. We need one of these. I think that's all we needed. All right, let's head back to our brand new XP enchanting farm. All right. Okay, I still have my gold boots on. I've had them on this whole time. I like this close enough that we can see the nice purple portal from here. So when we box in this hallway, it's not going to take us too long. That's good. It's not too long. And this is plenty far enough away. We're not going to be building anywhere out there near those swamps, probably. Or at least not building anything that, like, it's like our home. Anything pretty looking, you know? Okay, so the first thing I want to do is... I want to unenchant... Okay, so let's put this here. I want to unenchant this. And then I want to see what it can become on breaking 3. Well... on breaking 3. And we're at 43 levels, so we can do this a couple times. So let's unenchant it and put it back. Now what? Fortune 3. That's really good, although I'd rather this be Silk Touch for the first one, but I'm gonna have... Oh, nothing but Fortune 3? Oh, come on. You know what? We're gonna re-roll that. Unbreaking 3. No. Efficiency 4. Well, let's just do this. Efficiency 4 on breaking. That's fine. And then we'll go ahead and get an anvil down, and we'll go ahead and get mending on this. And then when we get the better efficiency and silk touch or fortune, that will still be probably fit on there just fine. Great, awesome, cool. We got our first mending tool. Now all of these crazy guys can heal this pickaxe up to full. I need someone to walk out of the bundle so the sharp. There we go. Sweeping edge will take effect. Look at that thing is already that high up. Holy cow. That's so cool. That's why these farms are so good. So now what I can do with these bows, see all these bows are coming down here. I can combine them easily by doing this. You just go like, I was holding my shift and I go click, 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 click. And then once it's full, I move on to the next two, and then the next two, and the next two, and that one's full. And then I put these full ones, put the full ones in the box. Now, you don't need full bows to make like, what you call it, dispensers. But you end up with so many bows that like, you might as well, because eventually we're going to fill up this chest with fully healed bows. So you might, it's like, there's no reason not to kind of thing. There we go, and anything that's not fully healed, we just stick back in there for the next time around. So that's kind of how I manage the bows. Pretty simple. And eventually what I'll do is I'll make a trash can for the armor, because the armor really is kind of worthless. So we're going to put like our non-standard stuff in here. We got our zombie meat and our gunpowder and our bones. And eventually like this armor stuff will get just trashed. But for now we'll just stick it in here with this stuff. There we go. We'll definitely have to make this look a little bit nicer. It's like this isn't like, doesn't look as nice as I thought it would. I was like, hey, that'll look better than the planks, but nah, it doesn't really. All right. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to wrap up here. I think it's I need to go get myself some lunch and then get my 4th of July started. So, thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.